Hi, welcome to automation-testing.in. In this video, we will see JUnit 5 introduction. Okay, so what is unit testing? So we just say introduction to JUnit 5 and I'm talking about what is unit testing. So what is the relation between unit testing and JUnit 5? So JUnit 5 is one of the unit testing frameworks. Okay. So before jumping into the JUnit 5, first we'll see what is unit testing. Then we'll move to JUnit 5 and how you can perform unit testing using JUnit 5 and what are the options available in JUnit 5. We will say step by step. So first, what is unit testing? Unit testing is defined as a type of software testing where individual components of a software tested. Okay, so unit testing is a type of software testing. So by unit testing, you will test your software. Then how you test your software? That is, individual components of your software can be tested using unit testing. Okay, so individual component means it is a small component, small set of code. Okay, so unit testing of a software product is carried out during the development of an application. So when you will perform the unit testing, when you're developing your application, you will do unit testing. So let's assume you have created a method called addition of two numbers. Okay, so after creating this addition, you will do unit testing that the code which you have written for adding two numbers is working fine or not. So for that, you will give some inputs. So let's say I have given 2 comma 3. So it is adding 2 plus 3 and giving 5 back or not. So you have given 10 plus 20. So it is giving me 30 or back. Otherwise I have given minus 1 comma minus 2, whether it is giving minus 3 or not. So something like that, very small code you have written to add two numbers. So that function is working fine or not. So for that, the developer will do unit testing by giving some inputs and it will verify whether the expected outcome is coming or not. Okay. And individual component may be either an individual function or a procedure. So just we discussed, right? There is a method to add two numbers. That is an individual component. So that individual component can be tested by giving multiple parameters. Okay. To say whether it is working fine or not. Okay, and unit testing is typically done by the developer, right? When it is in developing phase, so if a developer has written any method and he has to take care that the method which he is written is working fine or not. So for that he will perform unit testing. Okay, so what is the importance of unit testing then? All right, so to verify the correctness of code, right, to verify the correctness of code, just we discussed that if you have written any method, any procedure, whether that is working fine or not. So for that you'll perform unit testing by giving different inputs, okay, to test every function and procedure, right? So while developing, you know what you are developing, so then you will not leave anything and you do unit testing for each and every functionality you have written. So you will not skip anything. The code which you have written, everything is tested. Okay. And to fix bug early in development cycle. Right. So the code which you have written is testing in the early phase of your, what you say, that development life cycle or software life cycle. So then in the early phases only you will find the bugs. So while developing, you are testing, you are finding the bugs or issues means you will fix then and there only. So it will not come to the next phase. If you identify that, you have to go back to the development and you need to fix there and it has to come back again and you need to test again. So these things you can avoid by doing unit testing. Obviously, to saving to save testing cost means to finding the bugs in the early phase means you are saving the cost, right? There, uh, so there is means you are avoiding the multiple cycles of testing, right? Then obviously it will save the testing cost. And understand the code base and enable developer to make changes quickly. So that is what, if you find anything, means any bugs or any issues in the early phase in the unit testing, then you'll understand what the code is doing and you can change it accordingly. All right. So these are all the importance of unit testing, and unit testing is very important to save the testing cost and to find the bugs in the early stage. Okay. This is all about importance of unit testing. Okay. So then what is JUnit 5? As discussed, how you perform unit testing. So for that, you need some setup, you need some procedure, you need some help, all these things given by some of the unit testing frameworks. In that, JUnit 5 is one of the unit testing frameworks. It will facilitate to do your unit testing smoothly, right? So JUnit is a popular unit testing framework for Java. So you have a number of softwares to develop, right? Programming languages. You have JUnit, you have Java, you have C#, you have Python, you have so many languages to develop an application. But JUnit 5 is a popular unit testing framework for Java. So when you develop an application using Java, so for that JUnit 5 or JUnit you can use to test your Java code. Okay. So, and JUnit only for Java. Java family programming languages can be tested by using JUnit. Means Java, Groovy, Kotlin, something like that. So Groovy, Kotlin is developed on top of Java. So obviously you can use JUnit to test your Java code, your Groovy code, your Kotlin code, etc. Okay. And the minimum requirement for JUnit 5 is Java 8. Okay. If you are using Java 8 and higher version, then you can use JUnit 5. Otherwise, you need to use the older version of JUnit, JUnit 4 or JUnit, something like that. Okay. If you want a JUnit 5, the minimum requirement for your Java is Java 8. And what are the dependencies for the Maven project? If you creating Maven project, what are the dependencies you need to use JUnit 5? Okay. So for that, so here I have written some of the dependencies which you need. Okay. So they are the dependencies. You need JUnit Jupyter API. Okay. JUnit Jupyter API. And this is one of the dependencies you need to add to your pom.xml in the Maven project. And one more is JUnit Jupyter Engine. And the third one is JUnit Platform Runner. JUnit Platform Runner. And another one is JUnit Jupyter Params. So these four are minimum requirements to use, or means to create Maven project and to use JUnit 5 inside your Maven project. Okay. So four dependencies: JUnit Jupyter API, JUnit Jupyter Engine, JUnit Platform Runner, JUnit Jupyter Params. So these four are minimum requirement to add into your pom.xml. Okay. And then, so that is the brief introduction or no information about what is unit testing and why to use, means why to do unit testing, and what is JUnit 5, what are the minimum requirements to use JUnit 5. Okay, that's all in this video. We will see how to use JUnit 5, how to set up the project, what are the options available in the JUnit 5. We will see in our next videos in the JUnit 5 playlist. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.